Oh, the grand old Duke of York. He had 12 million quid. He gave it to someone he never met for something he never did. See, just because I'm Welsh doesn't mean I can sing. Sorry. Hello again, honky tonks. This whole Prince Andrew thing, it'll never go away. He is guilty in the courts of public opinion, and that's his fault. It's completely his fault. He had his photo taken with an underage girl at the time in the property of a guy who was notorious for bringing young girls to his property and forcing them to have sex with well-known millionaires, celebrities, personalities, etc., the names of whom now we will never ever know, because the court during Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, they closed the file. There are names involved in that case which somebody somewhere didn't want getting out, and I think it was going to happen here as well. Names would have been given, proof would have been given about who was involved, and these people didn't want their names getting out there or being associated with it. I wonder why. So Virginia Giuffre's taken all this money, which makes me think, was it all about the money or was it all about justice? You see, if it was me or anyone else who'd been forced to have sex with people while I was underage or any other reason, I would want justice. Not just money, I'd want justice. I want the guy, the person behind it nailed. I'd want the guy, the person who did it to me, I want them persecuted, named and shamed, jail time. I'd go all out. Why hasn't she done that? She's been shouting for years now that she's a victim. She wants all this to come out, names, locations. She's got the proof, she says. Now all that proof's gone. So everyone else associated with what allegedly happened has gotten away scot-free. And they'll probably do it again because she's been shut up because she's took the money. So there's a massive grey area, or more so of a grey area on his part than hers. So it makes her look greedy, don't you think so? And to be honest with you, this is a massive gaffe by Prince Andrew. From the time he agreed to go to that interview with Emily Maitlis to defend himself, and he said, I have this condition where I can't sweat, while he was sat there sweating his arse off. That told me he's a liar, you know, and if he's going to lie about something like that, he'll lie about anything. So, and he's given this woman allegedly around 12 million quid. His mother, Her Majesty the Queen, helped give him that money. Of course, that money ultimately comes from the British taxpayer. So we've given this money away. Now, this money has gone to a woman called Virginia Roberts Giuffre. She is the alleged victim here. I'm saying alleged because it hasn't been proven in a court of law. And the only entity here that makes her look innocent and him guilty is Prince Andrew's behaviour. He's tried to dodge court. Then he said he can't go to court because she's not a United States national. He's tried all sorts of excuses, and now he's paid her off. Now, in my opinion, if you pay someone off instead of going to court to defend yourself, that means you're guilty. Because if I was accused of such things and I was innocent, I would do my damnness to fight my case tooth and nail, because I know I'm innocent and they can't prove a damn thing to say that I'm guilty. That's what I do. I wouldn't dish out my own money just to shut her up for lying. But it seems like this is what Prince Andrew has done. Now, he has paid this vast amount of money because A, he is guilty and he just wants to put the whole thing behind him and move forward and shut her up. Or B, he's been given pressure by Prince Charles, heir to the throne, and Her Majesty the Queen, to just make it all vanish and just end it. Or C, and it's looking highly unlikely, that he is actually innocent and all this is very stressful and he just wants the whole thing to go away. Make your own minds up. I've put a poll about this in the community section of my channel. Go and have a look what people have put there. You won't be surprised, by the way. But like my awful rendition of the grand old Duke of York in the beginning of my video, the main problem here is he has given someone he has said he has never met a shitload of money for something he says he's never done. Does that mean we can all now just line up outside Buckingham Palace because he's never met me? I can say he touched my bum or something, or looked at me suggestively, and I felt like he was undressing me with his eyes, and I want millions of pounds in compensation. Can I get that? Is that how this works? So this whole episode is now over legally, at least, but one of the parties brought out this statement. It read, Virginia Giuffre and Prince Andrew have reached an out-of-court settlement. The parties will file a stipulated dismissal upon Miss Giuffre's receipt of the settlement, the sum of which is not being disclosed. Yet social media and the mainstream media are adamant it's like £12 million. Prince Andrew intends to make a substantial donation to Miss Giuffre's charity in support of victims' rights. Prince Andrew has never intended to malign Miss Giuffre's character, and he accepts that she has suffered both as an establishment victim of abuse and as a result of unfair public attacks. It's interesting in that paragraph that he mentions, or the statement mentions, an establishment, the established victim of abuse, but never mentions what establishment it is. And also, Prince Andrew never intended to malign Miss Giuffre's character. He's called her a liar and said she isn't really a United States citizen, so his trial couldn't go on there. So he has tried to malign her character. So the statement goes on. It is known that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked countless young girls over many years. Prince Andrew regrets his association with Epstein and commends the bravery of Miss Giuffre and other survivors in standing up for themselves and others. Now, hang on. Remember when Emily Maitlis, on the infamous Sweaty interview, asked him, do you regret the whole friendship with Epstein? He said, still not, and the reason being is that the people that I met and the opportunities that I was given to learn either by him or because of him were actually very useful. So one minute he regrets it, but looking at that interview, he doesn't, because Epstein's connections, whatever he learned from him, were very useful. Useful for what? Make your own conclusions. So anyway, this statement concludes. He pledges to demonstrate his regret for his association with Epstein by supporting the fight against the evils of sex trafficking and by supporting its victims. Well, he's just given her 12 million quid, and apparently that's all going to go towards a charity of this nature against sex trafficking. Probably she's taken a cut of that herself because she is a victim, apparently, or so she says. And the lawyers involved also have had a pretty good, successful, hefty payday. Lawyers always do. So what next for Prince Andrew? Well, he's off the hook legally. I think his royal career is over. He can't do the things he used to do. He's already getting stuff put about him online. This is a really bad label to have. Nonce, paedophile, pervert. It kind of sticks with you. It's written on walls, it's graffitied all over Britain now. If he goes to public engagements, he'll just be called this by the British public because that's what we like over here. He'll just be staying indoors now. Companies won't use him as a diplomat, as a representative. He's just going to stay at home, enjoy his luxuries in a palace somewhere, and that's it. He's finished. He's no more. We won't hear from him again. It's all over. That's it. He'll be known for this now. Never mind his bravery in the Falklands or any charitable work. He'll be known as the guy who paid off a woman he never met for something he never did, a couple of million quid of taxpayers' money to shut her up. And that's the way it is, that's the way it goes. But no one will ever know what really happened while he was there with Jeffrey Epstein, etc. But if you do want to know, you're just going to have to wait until season 7 of The Crown. And that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you wish to support my channel, and by all means, the link is down below, because I do monetize, because I talk about stuff like this, and I stand in front of this, and I'm a patriotic British guy, and they hate that, don't they? And that's that. So comment, share, subscribe, and until my next video, Roger Trout.